I hope she doesn't listen to this because then she'll know I have a crush on her. Her name is Jill.
That's
her
sweet.
name is Jill. And she's got this sick green Jeep. So Jill and I talk a little bit every now and again, right? Yesterday, I told her, I said, hey, do you ever get out and go off-roading with your Jeep? She's like, I have a couple of times, but not enough. And I said, the reason I ask is because, I just bought a Jeep. I just bought a JL. This is like the newest one or whatever. And I'm looking for places where I should go to take it off-road. So I was just kind of curious. And by the way, your Jeep, that green Jeep that you've got out there, I've always been attracted to it. Never known who owned it until I found out that it was yours. But I just got to tell you, the other last year during the summer, at the beginning of June, I actually rented a Jeep, and they had all of these different Jeeps, and one of them was that green color. And I'm like, that's the one that I want. And before I bought mine, and I wish I bought a green one, but I bought a black one. Before I bought mine, at that mastermind, that group of people that I was hanging out with, one of them said, you really want to buy one of these, don't you? And I'm like, yeah. And they go, what color would you buy? And I said, this color of green for sure. And I didn't, but just, I wanted her to know that I would have bought that same color. And then she goes into something. She goes, you know, what's funny? I had to go to Illinois to buy that, Jill said. Just yesterday. She goes, I had to go to Illinois to buy that. And I'm like, Illinois? Why'd you go to Illinois? So this was my follow-up question. And then she goes, well, I wanted that exact color of green. It had to be a Willis, and it had to be a stick shift. And that's the only place in the country that had it. And everybody thought that I was crazy. I'm like, that's a stick? She goes, yeah. So we're getting into this detail. And that is me courting Jill, right? Just getting to know her on a real level, asking follow-up questions, and not going, you're attractive, I'm attractive, we should get married. That's your Jeep, right? How do you like it? I love that color. I just got a Jeep. Do you ever use it? You know what I mean? Hey, do you come here often? I like your shoes.
I hate to tell you this, Adam, but yeah, Jill knows.
I bet she does. But I'm still suave, right?
Yeah,
Pretty
that
suave?
was smooth. That was smooth.
All right.
I'll give you that.
All right. So the point would be for your listener, when they use meetup.com, linkedin.com, or facebook.com, they're not going to have a giant message that gives all of the details and is a proposal on the very first time. They're going to say, hey, I saw your picture of your Jeep. That's a pretty sick Jeep. Or they're going to say something personal like, oh, I saw that picture of your kids. Your kids are so damn cute. Or they're going to see that they just did their first real estate deal. Bethany and I both have real estate in common. So they're like, oh, I just noticed that you just did your first real estate deal. That's awesome. Congratulations. How did you get into that? Okay, it's going to be personal. It's going to be a connection. That's the type of private message.